So I had a conversation with a good friend of mine at work, and it was very interesting because, all of a sudden, race has stirred up ever since Barack Obama. And then Barack Obama then brought racism up. It was the white people, the ignorant white people. I have to say ignorant white people and white people, because they're two separate white people. They're the white people who wants to get along with everybody else in this planet. And you got the ignorant white people who are just mad and bitter because their life is not going the way it wants. So they got to blame somebody, anybody, to make themselves feel good. That's why I call them ignorant. But anyway, racism been coming up a lot lately. And truth be told, I'm tired of racism. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Because there should be nobody in this planet see color. If one thing I understood, God made everybody different. People got one eye bigger than the other, one ear bigger than the other, one leg is bigger than the other. God made sure everybody looks disformed. But thanks for plastic surgery and surgery, everybody can try to look like a doll, And everybody's not perfect either. That's the killer thing about people. People think everybody has to be perfect. No, I'd rather you be imperfect and real and raw, because that makes you interesting. People shouldn't be looking at the skin color at all, or where you came from. Trump called Africa a shitty hole countries. I'm not surprised, because he's a racist and he's ignorant and he's bitter. He keeps eating McDonald's. He's gonna get fat and croak and die if he keeps on eating McDonald's. I'm just saying. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that any white person or anybody who's prejudiced against my people say mean, hurtful things, Because the first thing I say in here, like, well, you're mad and bitter, and something's wrong with you. And second of all, what kind of black people you hanging out with? Because the last time I checked, I know a majority of black people going to college, going working too, jobs, taking care of their family, taking care of their senior citizens. They work in the military, the police enforcement. They're out here getting money, grinding, and trying to survive as much as they possibly can. They're helping the community. They're in the Boys and Girls Club. There's some who are businessmen and businesswomen, inventors, teachers, astronomers, astronauts. Black people are doing their thing. They're doing great, bigger, better things all the time, every day. So, what kind of black people are you hanging out with? Because the ones they probably they're hanging out with are the ones who are just out there being crazy, being lazy, being ratchet, just trying to find an easy way out. When I say easy way out, like getting welfare, child support, government assistance, so they don't have to work, so the government take care of them. My father make a good point of that. Now, there's nothing wrong, because we all hit rock bottom, and a lot of us do need government assistance to help us get by. I wish we didn't have to use government assistance, and I'm not just speaking about black people, I'm speaking about all colored people in the United States. Because if the damn business and companies will pay people a lot more money, then we wouldn't have to rely on a government assistant. But my dad make a very strong point. He said the government did it on purpose. It's almost you think about being a slave. If you're in a government assistance, you're being a slave and they're the slave master. Because if you get disability checks, you have to work a certain hours to keep your disability check, which is fuck up, because there's some people can't survive $500, $400, whatever the disability check is. Nobody can survive that kind of money. That's just crazy. But if you don't do what the slave master tells you, then he's going to take your whole benefits and everything away from you. But that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? But if companies would pay people more and give more promotions and give people more raises, a lot of people want to do government assistance at all. However, the government and the corporation world works together because the corporation wants to keep all their $1 billion in their pockets and forcing people to rely on the government so the government can keep people trapped so they don't get enough money to buy that big house or, be whatever they want to be. And the corporation can keep their money locked and tight so the people can stay in the middle and not go up. You see what I'm saying? It's a messed up world we live in. But back when I was saying about racism, that's what's happening in the way how the government and the corporation work with colored people and poor white people. A lot of people don't talk about poor white people because I don't know about everybody else, but I know a lot of white people are not rich. There's some who are poor, and there's middle-class white people who are just trying to make it out here just like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? But once again, you have to blame the main media to make it seem like white people are living great. A lot of white people are not living great. A lot of them in credit card debt. A lot of them paying rent, bills, child support, anything you could think of. White people in the struggle just as much as anybody else. But once again, you got this media portrayed into something that is not. Now, racism is just a leverage just to get people hot and steamy, just to get people upset and mad. Many years until this day right now, a lot of people believe the government wants a race war. Why? So it can kill off both the population. One thing people have to realize, and I know I'm speaking conspiracy, but some of this is kind of true. The government is trying to kill a lot of population of the world. Why? If you think about it, the government is not that big. They're big, but not big enough. I don't know how many people are on this planet, but the last time I remember someone told me it was like 7 billion. It might not went to 8 billion, 10 billion people on this planet. Now imagine in the United States, there's last time I checked, it was 12 point something million people live in the United States. How many government people in the United States? Not a lot. Yes, we have a big, huge military, and I told people if we be against the government, will the military people help the people or the government? Because they're the ones who can kill us, My point is, the government is small, and we're huge. We're bigger than the government, and we can overthrow the government any day, any time. So what they do, they try to create stuff to make people against each other. They try to create wars so a lot of population can die. That's the crazy part. Like my friend, she showed on Facebook that Trump just signed state and church. State and church are separate. Now they're not. They're together. And that's a big problem. Because now church can be in the politician world. Well, most people already know they are. But this is a big problem. And now, this thing about birth control, jobs can deny women with birth control in their health insurance based on their religion. Look, I'm going to make a part, 3? I'm going to make a part 4 about that, and that will be my sum up video.